Hello, true art believers, and welcome to today's live art stream. This is Pierson. I am the #1 live art streamer in the world. And today is day 210 of 300 days of drawing. I want to go 300 days straight. I'm going to do 300 days. This time we're going to do 100 days of really average clouds. I'm going to do some average looking clouds. Hopefully by day 100 or day 300, I'll have decent clouds. Decent looking clouds. Decent. Anyways, let's start today's live stream drawing, shall we? Shall we? Shall we? Shall we? Shall we? Shall we do it? All right, everyone. It is a new day, another day in paradise, and we're going to be doing some drawings today. We're going to do some drawing. That's what we're going to be doing. It's going to be the greatest drawings ever. Actually, they're going to be very bad. They're going to be so bad. They're going to be so bad. We're going to be doing some bad drawings today. So today we're going to start out by doing like a few warm-ups. Let's see here. And pink, actually. No, we're going to go black. There. Oh, we're zooming in and out. I didn't even know that. There we go. And we're doing this. We're going to do some, there we go. That's what we want. We want a good pixelation here. So we're just going to do like my standard little setup here where I just kind of do like these shapes here, and then I kind of draw on top of them as if they're like the understudy or understructure of a cloud. So we're just kind of playing around here and seeing what happens when I do something like this, right? And that's what we're doing. We're gonna do that for a few minutes, and then we might do another structural test or another like cloud test. I might even open up actually I might just continue doing these today. Today's a tight day, like like schedule wise. So I'm gonna have to kind of I might have to keep it simple with today with regards to like how I organize my cloud session. So we'll see what happens after I do stuff like this. All right, so I'm just gonna basically making these shapes here, and in these shapes, I'm pretending that I'm gonna draw like fluffy cloud formations, right? And so we kind of start out by doing this. We just kind of do like these, just arcing forms here, and do a smaller one, some smaller ones, some larger ones, smaller ones, some larger ones, small, large, small, large, small, just kind of like play it around. And that's what we're doing. That's all I'm doing is kind of getting acquainted to that idea of like random marks being made with the cloud, right? All right. And again, very stylized, very cartoonish. I get that. But I need to start out basic before I really understand it. And I apologize. I haven't had a moment of time to kind of look at more tutorials and more examples of how other people are doing their cloud drawings. I looked at a little bit, but haven't had time to kind of sit down and kind of implement some of their concepts. And also a lot of them, bless them, a lot of these like YouTubers have like they offer like brush settings or brushes in their videos, which I think is amazing. Unfortunately, one of them I can't use because I'm not using like, what was it, Corel Draw, whatever that person was using. He was using it for a specific program. It definitely wasn't for Photoshop, so I can't use that. So I'm excited about that. Once I can get some of those and try those out, we'll see. So as you can see, I made a bunch of random shapes and just kind of like, doing little thingies, like little curly Q forms, and I'm just kind of trying to get more adventurous with each iteration and each study, and see where it takes me, and think that each cloud, like clouds don't really have form. There's like these breaths of air, I guess. I guess. Hear that? I guess they don't have any. Sounded like for a second I was sounding like Yoda from Star Wars. All right. And this is something new I've been trying to do a little bit lately. Is I've been kind of overlapping an area like that when I was doing my clouds. Just to kind of make a new, more dynamic shape as opposed to kind of being like boop 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 boop. Making them a little bit more dynamic, a little bit more interesting, and just getting more clever with them. And so that's what I've been doing. And there's no right or wrong way. There's only ways, and I think there's better ways, of course. And I'd like to learn and understand them a little bit more before I actually start executing them. So I'm going to do these for about 10 more minutes, and then I'm going to start doing I'll do like a color study or something. If I can, I might even get like a source. I have a few source material items or like some references that I might use and see how that pans out, and kind of do some references. But right now I'm just kind of keeping it simple with the way that I'm doing my clouds here. They still feel like The Simpsons, really, like I'm doing like the scene from The Simpsons when they open the introduction where they go, The Simpsons. That's what it feels like, how these clouds look, which are very animated, and there's nothing wrong with that. Just I wish I had the skill set to kind of get past that contour lined feel, and that's okay. It's okay to be at a certain point with your drawing. I'll tell you what I had today. I had a root beer float. It was pretty nice. It's really nice. There you go. It's kind of moving around here. And it's getting a little bit more varied with how I kind of move those curvilinear lines, those curve forms, and how they overlap each other. So that's what I'm kind of playing around with, is how do these clouds kind of overlap each other and what they're kind of doing. So there's no right or wrong way to approach these clouds, right? Like these are all pretty like decent looking cartoon clouds, right? They're decent looking cartoon clouds. I'll give you that. They're nice looking. They have they're I guess they're okay. I don't know. But they're not like great clouds. They're just kind of like these things that I'm just kind of playing around with. I really do wish in the future. I think I'm hoping by like day 50, 250, I'll get to a level where I can just do a cloud every like one really nicely done cloud. We'll see. I got 40 more days before I get to that. And if I can get to that point where I can do one really well rendered cloud in a session, I think I'll be happy. I think that'll be a success. If anything, I'll try to bump it to day 75, 275. But there is some things happening here, right? I think there is some growth in these drawings, and that's always a good thing. I think we're always comparing ourselves to other people, you know, and YouTube and Instagram kind of filters out and shows all the great artists, you know, and it's usually like this: the average artists are the ones that struggle in these platforms because they're just average at best, right? And average artists are generally better than the average person. So, the average artist is better than the average person, but you know, because you're not like spectacular doesn't mean it means that you kind of struggle in those platforms. Now, I'll tell you what I'm spectacular at. at live streaming all day long. Actually, what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to play around with these clouds. I'm not going to do a color one. I'm just going to play around with shadow and make these really well done, or make a handful of them really well done, and just call it a day. I think that's what I'll do, simply because I don't want to have to make the file larger right now. So we're just going to kind of play around with these clouds itself, and then play around with the scale. Play around with the shadows, and then just call it a day. Keep it very simple. Practice your sketching ability, I guess, and just have fun with it. Just have fun with these clouds today. That's what I think I'm gonna do. I know we're all expecting like color drawings and so forth. I was expecting to do that. I was really expecting it. When I started this endeavor with drawing clouds, I thought, you know what, I'm pretty good at the stuff, and then I thought this is going to be a no-brainer. This is going to be very easy to kind of begin, and for some reason, it's not. Not for me, it's not. Then again, if I do a little bit of self-reflection, me personally, I'm actually a very slow learner, so I have to do things a lot. And so I've talked about this in depth. Like, I have to do things so much more, or at least I think so much more than the average person, because I'm like, I really have to kind of ingrain it in my subconscious. I really do, and it's just terrible. It's just like it's a terrible thing to kind of to have. So whenever everyone says I can't do things or I can't learn, I don't have as much of I should have sympathy, but I also say, like, listen, I'm really, really slow to learn too, and I understand, but really what it boils down to is just practice and just keep doing it. You know, don't say that you can't do things, because saying it makes it come to be. It makes it come to fruition. And we often always say, we're going to make this. If you say those things, they're going to come. They're going to start existing. You're going to manifest those feelings. You know, your subconscious is going to manifest those ideas. And it's going to just kind of brood there. And so I would say, don't say those negative things about yourself. Just keep working. Just keep working at your craft, whatever it is, and good things will happen. Or at least at the very end. If nothing good happens, what you can say to yourself is, I've done this amount of I've created this amount of this many stories, I've made this many drawings or this many paintings, and I've done something. I've created something. I have like actual proof that I've spent something of value to my time, to my day. I've done something, and I've tried. This one kind of looks like a piece of poop. I think that poop emoji really ruined things, right? That darn poop emoji, like this little poop emoji right here, where they did the little stack. It's like, ooh, and it's good. All right, that little poop emoji really kind of messed things up for everyone. It really did. It really messed things up for people. Yeah, it really messed things up. So this is what it looks like. Kind of looks like that, like a little poop emoji. All right, so we're just kind of moving around here. I've done a few here, 15 minutes. Nothing too big, just playing around. That's all we're doing. We're just playing around and having fun. Although I think my computer 1 second. My computer is lagging. It's kind of delayed now. Oh, great. I can't draw it. My mouse is moving. Can you see my mouse? I think I can see it moving. But it's not. Oh yeah, the file is kind of. There we go. I think I got it. No, I don't. We're going to back out of it real quick and see what happens. Yeah, let's do that. Back out of it and then open it again. There we go. See if that works. Okay. There we go. Stop. All right. So we're back at it again, just playing around. I was going to do a study, but I think what I'll do is next time I'll have a cloud image lined up for me to study later on. So I have something to reference from. And so that's what I'll do next time. Right now, I mean, I have a few images saved, but I don't want to stop drawing and go back and find the image in my on my computer files. It won't take a long time, but I just don't feel like doing it really. So here we go, just kind of playing around. This one looks like a bunny, kind of like a bunny rabbit cloud. You ever go outside and just like look at clouds and just kind of like guess what they look like? This one looks like a car. This one looks like a spaceship. Well, this one looks kind of bunny. I made a bunny rabbit cloud, didn't even know it. Perhaps I'm thinking about eating carrots, or maybe my subconscious is saying, you know what, you need more carrots in your diet. That's probably what's happening. You need more carrots. That's what it is. There's the my subconscious mind is saying you need to consume more carrots. You're out of shape, probably. So this is good. This is just a fun little time to kind of play around clouds, and then hopefully kind of grow from the experience. You know, get to grow a little bit from each experience. So get a little bit better each day in some form or another. And sometimes that growth that is happening is you don't even notice it until like a year later. You're like, what happened? I went from like not good to like apparently pretty decent. It's like it's so subtle. It's such a subtle process that you don't even know that you've improved at all. And so I'm just playing around, and I'm hoping this process of just doing these sketches will translate well. At the very least, I feel like there is some growth. Like I think there is. It's not it's small, but it's there. It really is. There is something happening that on the micro will add up each day. So right now I'm just kind of playing around with this this pencil brush. I wish I knew how to like really use it. I really don't know how to use it. I'm not that good at it. But I want to keep trying it until I get more fond of it. And then I might play around with a different brush, like maybe I might use a maybe next week I'll use like a what would you call it? it's like a hard round brush that it has a semi-transparent mark, you know? So it creates like a semi-transparent mark, and the more pressure that you apply, the the heavier the pigment or the color or tone comes through. All right, just playing around here. So 21 minutes in, we're gonna have 9 more minutes just playing around, and that's it. Yeah, I wish I had some things of interest to say. I hear Nicki Minaj is blowing up on Twitter. That's for sure. She's she's blowing up on Twitter or something like that. And apparently that's a thing. And I wouldn't even know about it if I just like if I just kind of like stumble. I think all of us kind of stumble on like random news. We're not even like the majority, like the average person is not going on Twitter and just like trying to find things to be angry about. But apparently there's a lot of people that go on Twitter to just kind of get there and kind of get angry. I don't. That's what it feels like. Cause everyone just goes there to get really mad about something. Like, oh gosh, I don't have time to be mad about things. I don't have time to be mad about things. Guess what? I have the only time I have to be mad about things is things that are going on in my life. Like I'm mad about certain things in my life, not about the world. I can't really do. I don't have any control of the world. I have control over like very few things. I have no control. We have like zero control over things. Let's focus on our own problems. You know, like we like if your bathroom's dirty, you have control on whether or not your bathroom is clean or not. You know, but other things. There you go. Oops. I don't know. I don't really talk. I don't like dwelling or talking about those type of things. Maybe I should. Maybe I should start researching them and like getting angry about them or something. Probably get banned if I did that. Banned for something. You said a thing. That thing was. You said a thing. You did that thing. What did I say? I don't know. You said that thing, and you did it. What did I do? Well, you said it. You said things. All right. So as you can see, I'm just kind of playing around here, and I can't stress this enough. When I always talk about, I'm just playing around. Um, if I start making it into like a serious drawing, then it becomes a serious drawing, and then there's like stakes involved, and I don't want to do that. I think that's what kind of happened when I started doing the cloud drawings at the beginning. I tried to treat them like my previous drawings, and my previous drawings were cactuses, and I actually had some experience doing cactuses in that like manner, so it was no big deal. But I didn't have any experience drawing clouds, so I shouldn't have jumped into that idea that, oh, this is going to be easy peasy, you know. I have some big plans for this 300 days of drawing. Or my plan is to do 100 days of clouds, and then like 100 days of like rocks, and then like 100 days of like oceans or water spaces, and then maybe in between there after that I'll do like 100 days of like landscapes. Once I am able to do all that stuff, I might have the know how to kind of implement all that stuff together. And then I want to do like 100 days of like the anatomy type of thing. So that's like 2 years right there. That would be amazing. That would be something that I could brag about. You know, I'd be like, wow, I just did 500 days straight live streams of drawings. And this one actually looks pretty good. Actually, this is not that bad. Kind of like that. It almost looks like but it looks more like a puff of smoke than a cloud, really. You know, that looks more like a puff of smoke than an actual cloud. But that's okay. But as I was talking about how clouds can be like any shape. They're like amorphous little things. That's why we always, when we're outside and we look at clouds, we're like, wow, that kind of looks like X, or that looks like this. So it can be really any type of thing that you want it to be. It could be any shape. So that cloud's okay. It's kind of nice. It has some something something happening. Something is occurring with that cloud. There we go. It's kind of being mindful and hoping I don't make mistakes. Although I could say I can do a little Bob Ross. This is a happy mistake. It's a happy little mistake here. Just another beautiful mistake here. We're just making beautiful arcing motions like this, and then we're going to make a half tone using your brush, your pencil mark, and to kind of basically doing a diagonal hatch mark, like from top, bottom left to the top right, like this. At the bottom left, bottom, top right, bottom left, top right, just up and down, like this. And you're just kind of brushing that in there. You want to go right here and make this a little bit darker because it's farther away, and then make this into like a cast shadow, like this is in a distance here. And this area feels like it's the foreground, which means this whole bunch of clouds could very well be, you know, kind of in the background here. So let's make this a darker tone. Like just have that in shadow here. Like it's behind those clouds. And since we're dealing with gray, light and gray tones, we might as well treat it as if it's a black and white drawing. You know, I know that we're used to clouds being like white and bright and all that stuff, but in order to create that illusion of space, we gotta play around with the value range a little bit. So that's what we're doing here, is playing around with the value range. Kind of just creating some hatching right here, doing a little cast shadow, pretend that the sunlight's coming right here, a little bit of light's coming right here. So this is creating like a cast shadow, and this is like the bottom part of the cloud. And maybe you want to do like a little core shadow in this area, so that so basically that area right here is lighter than this area. So we can do something like that. Why not? And then right here, I'm just gonna do another like core shadow area, or another cast shadow. Kind of do that right there, like that. And I feel like since the light is up here, we're gonna make this bottom area a little darker. So we're just gonna take the pencil mark and do some hatching here, just to kind of add a little bit more depth. So that's kind of cool. Like that's a little bit better, right? And let's move down and kind of work on this one for a little bit. We're not going to get much of it. We have like a minute left, but let's just kind of work on this area here and play around. There we go. And we're just making like less sucky drawings from before. So we just want to make a drawing that is less, not as bad as the previous drawing or iteration. That's all I'm looking for. Is I'm looking to do each time I do a batch of clouds, I'm looking to see some growth there. In what way, I don't know. Just to see, I want to see some actual growth occurring in the process. So I want to see that I'm improving in some respect, you know? And I think that's happening. I think there's some things happening here, and I'm just getting more comfortable with the situation. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to get this pen. We're going to get the use like a blue, and we're just going to do a brush here. I'm going to go down here and put P. Zoom in right here. 21 to 10 out of 300. And that's it. So we did, there we go. That's day 10 right here. So that's pretty good. I can't say it's, I don't know. I have no complaints. No complaints. All right. So that is it. Just 30 minutes of drawing, my daily drawing, my daily live stream. I hope you enjoyed my commentary. Hope you enjoyed seeing the process. A lot of things happened. Or not a lot of things happened. I think I've seen some growth there, and that's commendable. I really like that, and that's what you want to have each day. Hopefully there'll be more growth each time. I don't know. Please, fingers crossed. Just keep working, keep chugging along, man. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. This is Pierson. I am the #1 live art streamer in the world, and this is the end of day 210 of 300 days of drawing. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel, please. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day. This is Pierson. Cheers.